Hey, Tony Gas is here. Now you gotta forgive me. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm coming back from a speaking engagement. Shout out to everybody that was in Miami. Now, this Bryan Meadows situation, listen, I did not want to talk about this because I had never heard about it, and I just don't be wanting to shine a light on somebody that nobody never even heard of. But y'all kept asking the question about it, and so I'm looking into it because I had this little bit of a ride. And so I'm gonna do a little series on it, probably. Not a real series, but like, I'm gonna do a follow-up video on it. So stay tuned. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'm gonna break it down to you. I see people covering it, but a lot of people, of course, they not called to cover it, and so you're gonna state the obvious things, but I'm gonna break it down to you and help you understand it. And I looked at a few different angles on it and see what this here is, all parties involved. And one of the things it go down to comes out the root insecurity. That insecurity and not having a true confidence in the Lord. The man didn't have a true confidence in the Lord, doesn't have a true confidence in the Lord. His wife don't have a true confidence in the Lord. And the mistress don't have a true confidence in the Lord. With the knowledge of the Lord comes a strong confidence. When you have a strong confidence, you will not allow yourself to cheat with, or be cheated on. That's what I want you to understand. So at the root of this, we have that right there. And y'all can't see me because it's dark. Y'all forgive me, I'm in here yawning. But that's what you got to think about on this thing here. And so I'm gonna go home and get me some sleep. If Lord willing, I might get some time on Sunday to get on camera and do a little deep dive in this thing and break it down to you from a few different angles. And I'm gonna show you some things so you can really see and understand, and then also show you how Satan is working through the brother. And I want y'all to be mindful. And this is the thing, what you have to realize is that when a pastor is a mega pastor, 9 out of 10 times he's going to be a pawn of Satan. God doesn't really make mega pastors. Like there will be. I haven't seen one. So I'm gonna just tell you that I have not seen one. I know, and when I say mega pastor, I also mean people know you. People know who you are. Now, I had never heard of this buddy here, and I know some of y'all will be like, "Oh, my pastor got 2,000 members, and so he a mega pastor." I ain't really talking about that, because if he got 2,000, 3,000 members, but don't nobody know him, don't nobody want to interview him, then he's not a mega pastor. Like, he got members, so in that definition, he could be a mega pastor. But what I mean is, these mega pastors that want to do interviews and that want to be known and want to get their name out there. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all see this hairstyle I got? You can't see it right now, but you know what my hairstyle look like. It's the same hairstyle I done had my whole life now. And my hairstyle done went from what you would call cooler, in my 20s, when I had braids and had little twists, little locks or whatever. At one point they were short, but when I got retwisted, she twisted it the opposite way, so it made them puffy, so I had to just pick them out, and then just got braids. and then eventually cut my hair. And I've had a low cut ever since. One of the things I'm gonna show you is how this brother here went from the low cut to the little curly fro. That's a red flag, fellas. And y'all need, that's a red flag. That's a 19-year-old boy hairstyle, so you gotta be careful with that hairstyle. Now, it ain't the case for every man now, because I do know some men with that hairstyle and they living right, doing the right thing. But for a lot of these guys, they get out here and they go to feeling themselves. They go to thinking they cool. They stop wearing their glasses. They grow their hair out. If y'all notice, Dr. Umar Johnson did the same thing. I come up with a brother out of Tampa who a speaker who did the same thing. Neither one of them men, Dr. Umar and that other brother I'm talking about, ain't gonna say his name because nobody definitely don't know him. Neither one of them married. In their 40s and not married and got that same childish hairdo. Now, if you married and faithful and you got that hairdo, okay, you just happy to have some hair on your head. But when you not married or you not faithful and you got that childish hairdo, you trying to be cool. Use a lane and you want to be cool. And I don't like that. I don't like that. A man need to be a man, need to mature, need to grow up, need to know who you are, know whose you are, and you need to be doing the right thing. You need to be walking upright before the Lord. So this brother here, this Bryan Meadows, is a plant by Satan. And if you go to his church, you in error. It's one thing to be in an affair like David and Bathsheba over a one night stand or whatever it is like that. Like if you saw David fall like that, then okay, any man can fall. But 13 years, he said 12, the lady said 13. I'm going with what the lady said, because you can't take the word of a lying, cheating pastor. I'm going with what the lady said. And then the lady didn't say his name. Y'all sending me the lady interview like it was from this year. After his interview, she did her interview June of 2025. Never said the man's name. Just did an interview talking about it. And I'm trying to wonder, like, man, I see y'all don't be paying enough attention. I be coaching women who be in affairs with pastors, but I don't be. Sometimes they be under an alias and say, "Now I don't be paying enough attention." You know, I'm just not nosy enough, and they'll be like, and so I just tell them, I say, "You need to expose his butt. You need to expose his butt. You wrong." But it's a lot of women that will protect a man. No. Need to expose him. Your man in a whole affair. And also, we're going to touch on the wife, because the wife is complicit. The wife is complicit. She is in this here marriage for money at this point. It ain't for love. I don't want to talk about, I'm going to step beside him. That's my husband. No, the wife complicit. Because, again, when you let somebody live with you, you already don't care about what's going to happen. You just happy to have a man. There is no woman in her right mind finna let another woman live with them and let their husband mentor and apostolize another woman. Like, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard of. That lady say that man said, he said, me and my wife was in the early years of our marriage, like 2-3 years, and we decided to let somebody live with us. And everything was cordial at first. But when my wife wasn't home and we were spending time together, we started to get closer. Then the lady say he told her that she got a calling in her life and she's a pastor and all of this, so she becomes a co-pastor, basically, on staff in the church. And he put wood on her. Now think about this. You got to really think about this. And I'm gonna tell you, you do not know God and you do not love God if you think that a man of God, a man who is genuinely called by God, can be talking to a woman, speaking scripture on her, speaking pastorship on her, and then lean in to kiss her, make a move on her, and start having sex with her, and then marries her, and then have her husband as your spiritual son, she your spiritual daughter, and you in spiritual incest because you having sex with your spiritual daughter, and not for a night, but for 13 years. That's Satan. That is Satan. That is not no fallen man of God. And then the lady who sat there and interviewed him on Hardly Initiated, I knew when they introduced her that she ain't had no discernment. And she asked tough questions now. She will ask you a little tough ghetto question. But she on there kicking and oohing and ahhing and yeah, ooh, yeah. Ma'am, do you realize you sitting in front of the spawn of Satan? Like, that's Satan you sitting in front of. Like, that's Satan in the flesh. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about no, oh, every man fall. We don't drag. 13 years? That ain't no fall. That's a bear crawl. That ain't no fall. This man was doing slip and slide in the sin. That's not no fall. That's intentional. That's purposeful. He was in purposeful sin. So listen, we're gonna touch on it, we're gonna break it down. But God bless you, keep your head up. We sure gonna touch on it and teach on it, man. From every angle. I'm gonna talk on it from the mistress and break down how y'all be becoming the mistresses. We're gonna do a video on the mistress. We're gonna do a video on the mister. The one who set it all up, who orchestrating all this, who worked for Satan. And then we gonna do a video on the wife and the complicit one, who over there in it because she getting Louis Vuitton and going on vacations, going on birthday trips. Sure. Need a straight jacket. Need to be slapped with some baby powder. But hey, this Tony Gaskin. God bless you. Keep your head up. All the important links in the description. San Diego, get your tickets. And y'all, San Diego, we gonna move until Saturday. So get y'all ticket for Saturday. And then Dallas, get your ticket. Now Dallas is expensive, but that's because it's a small room and because it's an actual event. Y'all know, with y'all decorations and all that, lunch or dinner or something like that. So hey, see you on the road. God bless you. That's my last 2 stops for now. And also love levels. If you want to be a part of, go subscribe to the channel. Want to be a part of the conversation, make sure you email in casting@tonygaskin.com. God bless you. We'll talk soon.